And so this ensures that you're taking these goals that you have for improving your personal life and you turn them into habits. And this makes sure that as your professional life is flourishing, so is your personal life, which is just as important. What is up, artists and movers? Welcome back to my channel where we are taking our love for dance to the next level. We are on the cusp of a new year, you guys. 2020 is on its way out and 2021 is on its way in. And so around now is when I really like to set my goals and intentions for the new year. And let's face it, 2020 has been rude. But setting goals is a really great way to ensure that no matter what happens throughout the year, that you are still making progress toward the outcomes that you want to see for yourself. But the problem is that a lot of people don't even maintain the New Year's resolutions for themselves that they set in the beginning of the year. And often they become so overwhelmed with the thought of starting or where they should start that they don't even start at all. And that is why I want to introduce you guys to Parkinson's Law. Parkinson's Law states that it is a commonplace observation that work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. And basically what all that means is that the amount of time that you give yourself to complete a task is the amount of time that it's going to take. And so the key to actually achieving the goals that you set for yourself is giving yourself a desired outcome and a set amount of time in which you want to achieve that outcome. And that takes your goal and turns it into a habit. And habits, not goals, are the key to making sure that you achieve the things that you want to achieve throughout the year. So in this video, I'm going to share with you guys 5 different goals that you should be setting for yourself in 2021 to make sure that you have well-rounded success, but also how you can turn those goals into habits so that you have long-term success. And of course, if you haven't already, please be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. And once you have, let's jump into this video. The first type of goals that you should be setting for yourself in 2021 are financial goals. Oftentimes, when I'm either speaking with people on consultation calls or when I'm talking to members in the Dancers Moved by More Club, which is my personal development club specifically for dancers, I often ask them, what are your current financial goals? To which they respond and look at me kind of like, if you don't have clearly set financial goals, it can be hard for you to create habits that support you ultimately making the amount of money that you want to make. For example, let's say you have the financial goal of saving $10,000 next year in 2021. Take that $10,000 and divide it by 12 and you get $833 roughly. And so that means that each month you should be saving $833 in order to finally come upon that ultimate goal, which is the $10,000. And you can even break that down further and divide that $833 by 4, and then you get the amount that you should be saving each week. And once you've created the habit out of that goal, then you can ask yourself, is this feasible for me right now? Am I able to save that much money? And if you're not, then that tells you maybe you need to make more income by taking a side job, or maybe you need to decrease some of your expenses throughout the month so that you're able to save that money. And so it's able to really show you if the goals that you set for yourself are attainable. And if they're not attainable with what you currently have, then you can make some adjustments and shift. And so some other financial goals that you can set for yourself can be making X amount of money a month, or making X amount of sales a month. Or it can be something more along the lines of your spending habits. Maybe you need to limit the amount of money that you spend on Amazon Prime every month. So taking a look at what your ultimate goals are and then creating a habit out of that you can do either monthly or weekly can make it feel like you're making progress and that you're achieving the goals that you set for yourself. The second type of goal that you should be setting for yourself for well-rounded success in 2021 are efficiency goals. Now, efficiency goals have to do with you completing a task regularly within a specific amount of time. And these are generally linked to your productivity. So for some people, maybe this could be creating a posting schedule. Maybe you're taking a note from one of my dance entrepreneur tip videos and you're deciding to really heighten your appearance on Instagram or YouTube. And so by creating a posting schedule, you create habits in which on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, people can expect a post from you and you can expect to have to do the work throughout the week to make sure that that work gets done. Or it could be something more on a personal note, like maybe you want to pick one day a week where you tidy up your house. I know I have a terrible habit of not cleaning up in my house, and so I have to pick a day where I make sure that I kind of tidy things up around my room and around the house to make sure that it becomes a habit of mine. And so making it a habit ensures that it gets done. Another habit that I like to do is I like to make sure that I do my weekly to-do list every Monday. I sit down and I take about 30 minutes to an hour to really write out every single thing that needs to get done in that week. And it really keeps me on track for making sure that all of the things get done that are on that list. So sometimes people aren't achieving the goals that they set for themselves simply because they're not doing the work. And so if you are making it a habit to do the work, if you're putting it in your weekly schedule, if you are expecting that thing to come up at a specific time, it makes it so that you can accomplish the goals that are tied to doing those tasks. My third type of goal that you should be setting for yourself in 2021 for well-rounded success are relationship goals. Now, this is not about finding your boo thing, although if you want to, if that's your plan, do you. These are more so for you to really create and curate the emotional environment that you have around you for your personal success. And so for me, one of my relationship goals is that I like to make sure at least once every 3 weeks, I make time to hang out with my best friend. We are really, really close, and she happens to be the kind of person who really thrives off of quality time. And for me, oftentimes, I can become so entrenched in my work that 3 months has gone by and I haven't even talked to her. And so by making it a habit to hang out with her once every 3 weeks, it becomes something that I become accustomed to, and that way I can ensure that when my business is fully successful, that I have people to share it with. And so maybe for you, you want to improve your relationship with your parents. That could mean that once a week you take time to call them and just talk to them on the phone. Or if you want to strengthen your relationship with your significant other, it could be planning a date night every 2 weeks to make sure that you guys have that alone time. Or if you have kids, it could be planning one day every 2 weeks that you guys really hang out and plan something together that doesn't require screen time, so that you're really involved with each other. And so this ensures that you're taking these goals that you have for improving your personal life and you turn them into habits. And this makes sure that as your professional life is flourishing, so is your personal life, which is just as important. My fourth type of goal that you should be setting for yourself for well-rounded success in 2021 are mental health goals. Now, mental health goals are huge because typically making positive change in your mental health takes continuous and habitual action. And so you really have to get into the habit of doing things that positively affect it. So for me, one of the things that I do every single year is I pick a mantra. And whenever I feel myself becoming negative or down on myself, I remind myself of this mantra that I created. So for last year, for example, my mantra was mind your business and make stuff. And that is exactly what Galen Larice did, okay? I was up here on this YouTube channel giving you guys videos, changing and manipulating things with my brand and my business, and just making stuff, making choreography, things that really made me feel good about myself, pushed my artistry, and ultimately improved my mental health. And so for you, maybe it could be something like a mantra that you repeat daily, or it could be something more tangible, like maybe you would benefit from journaling every single day and really getting your thoughts out on paper. Maybe you need to really invest in seeing a therapist every week and really taking that next step into taking charge of your mental health. And I think all of us actually can benefit from something I did last year, which is limiting your amount of social media time on your phone. iPhone makes it super, super easy, and all you have to do is just go into your settings and you can change the amount of screen time you can have a day. And so it can help you stay focused and kind of drown out all of that negative noise that can come from social media. And so that's something else that really impacted me positively. And it's kind of like the iPhone creates a habit for yourself because every single day it gives you a specific amount of hours that you have. So if you're looking for a super quick way to positively impact your health, just go ahead and change your settings on your phone and limit the amount of screen time you have, and I promise you that can be a huge step in the right direction. My fifth and final type of goal that you should be setting for yourself for a well-rounded success in 2021 are fitness and physical goals. And now with fitness and physical goals, it's really important to make sure that you are encouraging positive behavior instead of shaming negative behavior. For example, one of my fitness and physical goals for the new year is that I want to go on a 45-minute walk 5 days a week. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, sometimes I don't make it on that walk. Sometimes I only go 3 days a week instead of the 5. But by inserting that I want to do something instead of that I don't want to do something, I get to feel good about those 3 days I went. And those 3 days are better than not going at all. And this doesn't always have to be tied to exercise. Maybe for you, it could be making sure that with every meal you have a vegetable associated with it. Or it could be something like making sure that 3 days out of the week, you cook yourself a real meal. You don't eat out, you make a meal at home. And so this encourages positive behavior instead of making you feel bad about the fact that you ate out. Because maybe this week you decided that you were going to eat at home and cook dinner 3 days, and you did that. So you get to feel good about it. And by making these positive goals where you add something to your routine, you're able to make it so that ultimately you are getting close to whatever physical or fitness goal you have for yourself because you're encouraging positive behavior. And that is it, you guys. Those are my 5 different types of goals that you should be setting for yourself in 2021 for well-rounded success, and how you can turn those goals into habits. Let me know down below what are some of you guys' goals and habits that you're going to be setting for the new year. And if you haven't already, please be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out with the algorithm and helps make sure that other people get to see these videos. I hope you guys all achieve the goals that you set for yourself, and I can't wait to read what they are down below. And I will see you guys in my next video next weekend. Later.